So let's start seated, but instead of sitting cross-legged, sit down on your knees with your bum resting right down onto your heels here. And turn your palms to face down on your thighs. Close your eyes. And right away, just start to reset the staging of your body. So bring your shoulders so they're directly above your hips. And then your head, notice if it's shooting forward or pulling back. Bring your head directly above your shoulders. Good. And keep your hands flat on your thighs. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. So I hope that instantly takes some strain out of your lower back. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide like you're blowing out birthday candles. Exhale. Try that again. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then blow out, like a really, really audible blow out through your mouth. And now take your head. You can open your eyes here so you can see. Take your head and just really slowly, almost like you're sneakily looking over your shoulder, look over towards the right. Your shoulder, head, and neck will tell you when it's time to stop. Good. Bring your head back through center and slowly, slowly look over towards the left. Perfect. Come back through center again. Really slowly tuck your chin to your chest, look down. I hope you feel some work in the back of your neck. And now lift your head up, and look up. Eyes are bright, wide open. Head can hang back if that feels okay. The throat and the neck is wide open here. All right, come back through center. Listen carefully. This is weird. You can stay seated. I'll come closer so you can see me. Imagine that you have a little bit of paint on your nose, and you're going to paint the number 8 with your nose. And the number 8 can start out really small, like a cursive 8. So it's that figure 8 shape. And then it can start to get bigger. And this just enables all the little muscles in your neck and your head to move in a bit more of a dynamic way. Don't go too fast because you'll actually get really dizzy. And then once you've done that, can you turn directions and draw the number 8 in the other direction? And if there's certain places that feel good in your neck as you do this movement, you might make the movement bigger and bigger and bigger. You could put paint on your nose and do this as an activity with your kids, huh? So you're just painting that number 8, and then take a break, come back through center. Inhale, reach your arms forward and all the way up. Up, 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 even higher. And then as you exhale, your hands come down through your heart, interlace your hands and push your palms down. Now stretch your arms forward, reach them up, 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 up. Hands are bound this time. Hold at the top, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lean over by any amount towards the right. Lean over towards the right. Notice if your lumbar spine, your lower back is creating a big arc. Can you pull your belly button in so it's nice and neutral? Come back through center and reach over to the other side. Good. Pull back through center. Release the grip with your hands. So now your hands are separate, fingers spread wide. Take a breath in. Imagine you were passing a great big beach ball to someone behind you. And as you exhale, rotate towards the left. Take both hands down. Rotate your head and your neck as far as they'll go. Come back through center and try that in the other direction. So you're just twisting from this hero Virasana seat. Perfect. Pull your arms back up through neutral. Reach, 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 reach. And bring your hands back down. Find your strap. If you don't have one, you can use a t-shirt. You can just make believe you have one. And change the setting of your feet. So sit onto the balls of your feet. So the soles of your feet are getting a nice big stretch. Take your hands out in front with your strap or your belt, whatever you've got handy. Stretch it nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your arms completely, but they stay where they are. It's the next inhale that pulls your arms up. And maybe the exhale, let your arms float back. Now, if you have a really small band, this is not going to happen, probably. But you're just working through some shoulder mobility here. So try that 2 more times. Again, if you don't have a strap, you can peel off your t-shirt and use your t-shirt. There you go. Big, beautiful shoulder work here. This is one of my favorite things to do. Brilliant. Take that strap or whatever you've used down onto the ground and just shake your wrists out. Just shake your wrists out here. And now place your hands down onto the floor and turn the tops of your feet onto the floor. Tap the tops of your feet. Tap the tops of your feet. Get stable. Drop your belly. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Lift your heart, chest, and gaze up. Exhale, puff between your shoulder blades, round into your upper back and look towards your tummy. Keep going. Inhale, drop your stomach down, loop your shoulders back, look high. Exhale, puff between your shoulder blades and round into your upper back. Last time, inhale, loop your shoulders back, lift your gaze up. Exhale into a big, rounded, flexed spine. Perfect. Come back into neutral. Stabilize your left hand and your right knee. Take your left leg long or reach your right arm forward. Inhale here. Zip your belly button up. Draw your tailbone down so you could balance a tray of drinks on your lower back right now. And today we'll try something different. Can you open your left leg to the left and your right arm to the right? So you're opening horizontally here. And then pull back through center. Good, try that one more time. Open left leg to the left, right arm to the right. And pull back through center. Drop your hand, drop your knee. Right away, switch sides. So pick up the right leg and the left arm, stretch them out. Big, strong core. Pull your belly in, lift your right heel high. Pause here and find your breath. Imagine your breath was coming in. You were sipping your breath in through that right armpit, and notice how that imagining can change what happens in your core. Now open your left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Strong through your midline as you come back through center. Good, do that one more time. You got it, pull back through center, drop your knee, drop your hand, take one cat-cow, just like before, drop your belly, loop your shoulders back, lift your heart and chest up. Exhale, puff and round into your upper back. Now sink your hips back to your heels, but walk your hands back with you. We'll take a twisted child's pose. Start by separating your knees nice and wide. Pin down through your left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up. So even this part of the shape is a twist. Exhale, scoop your right arm under your left arm and lower your right ear to the floor. Maybe it goes onto a block if you have one handy. Stretch your left arm forward or walk your left fingers across your mat overhead towards the right. You can breathe here for 3, 2, on 1. Imprint your left hand down. Take the right arm up or reach it all the way up, 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 up. And then spiral that right hand back down onto the floor. As it meets the floor, lift your left arm up. And send your left arm underneath your right arm. Lower that left ear or maybe your forehead to the floor. Walk your right fingers forward. Pause here. Settle. Breathe. You could walk your right hand across your yoga mat to the left. Holding and breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Push down through your right hand, nice and slow. Lift your left arm all the way up. You're sweeping up the body with these starting postures. Take your left hand down, slide both hands forward, and come up into downward facing dog. If it's your first time here today, and it probably is, get really curious about the shape. So bend into one knee and then the next. Shake your head yes or no. Spread all of your toes super duper wide, and then one by one pin them down onto the floor. Take a breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Good. Can you step both feet a footprint closer to your hands? Make your downward dog shorter and bend into your knees. This is a twisted downward dog. Glue your left hand to the floor. Take your right arm underneath your body and catch the outside of your left shin. Start to pull your left shin in and look under your left armpit. Talk about getting disoriented. Inhale here. Exhale, place your right hand down on the floor and reset for the other side. So if you felt like you could do that with a bigger downward dog stance, take your feet back. When you're ready, your left arm comes under your body. Catch the outside of your right shin. Look under your right armpit. You're twisting all those spiraling lines through your core. Good, and then you'll release hands down, look to the top of your mat, and take a little bear walk all the way forward. When you get to the top of your mat, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, let's dangle just for a beat here. Catch opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy, and rock your head yes or no. Then move your torso towards the right leg. Walk your hands towards the outside of your right foot, bending a little bit into both knees. Switch to the other side. Twisted forward fold. Basically, this class is just twisting everywhere. And come back through center. Pull your kneecaps up, tuck your belly in, and start to roll all the way up to standing. When you get there, take some really delicious shoulder rolls, just rolling your shoulders around in both directions. Such a simple movement that can do wonders for your head, your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your brain. Good, and then think about that figure 8 move that we did with our nose. This time do it with your hips. So just start to move your hips around in a big figure 8 circle. Unleashing any tension or stickiness in the hip joint. Take your figure 8 movement now in the opposite direction with your hips. Good. Mine are just cracking. I don't know if you can hear that through the audio here, but they're just crack, 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 crack. Good, and then come to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Set your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep both arms up to the ceiling. Look up, spread your fingers wide, pull your belly button in, and reach that imaginary beach ball back behind you. Your chin is tucked in. So give yourself like the most unattractive double, triple chin you've ever had here. Then fold forward, sweep your arms right back behind you as you do this and interlace your hands. If they can float back away from your spine, go for it. If not, keep them glued to your lower back, albeit interlaced. Take a deep breath in. Good. Exhale, lower your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your right leg back and then your left leg back. Pause in your high plank. Pause in your high plank. Good. Pull your belly button in. Look forward. Take a deep breath in through your nose. With this exhale, drop first your knees, then the tops of your feet. Now bend into your elbows, touch your chest and your chin to the floor. Your bum is still lifted. Only then can you collapse completely, loop your shoulders back, lift your heart in your chest for baby cobra. Lower back down, but this time take your hands outside of your yoga mat, right onto the floor, and perk up your elbows. Push down through all 10 toes. Inhale, lift up to a bigger back bend. And exhale, lower down. We'll keep doing this, but could you start to rotate from one side to the next? So looking over your right shoulder the next time you lift up. Lower back down. Look over your left shoulder the next time you come up. And lower back down. Move the body like it's moving fluidly through water. One more time on either side. Hopefully releasing some strain in your neck. And let go. Good. Plant your hands, flex your feet. Push up and back, downward facing dog. Can you take your right leg, listen carefully, and step your right leg to the outside of your left foot. Step your right foot to the outside of your left foot. So your feet and legs are making a big X shape. And then push your heels down, push your palms down, take a deep breath in. Good, exhale there. Unwind, place your right foot back where it started, but take your left foot to the outside of your right foot. Try to push your heels down, push your palms down, take a big breath in. And exhale right back to where you started. Separate your feet hip distance apart, bend into your knees, look forward, hop or step forward. Inhale, slip your spine up halfway. Exhale, fold and let go. Bend into your knees. Inhale, spiral the arms all the way up. Look up. And exhale, your hands to your heart center. Pause here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Look up. And exhale, fold right down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step into your high plank pose, lower halfway this time. Turn onto the tops of your feet and pull your chest up and through for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here and breathe. Static downward dog for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, bend into both knees, look forward, hop or step forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold and let go. Push into your feet, reach your arms up, come right up to standing. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Feel the heat moving through your body and bring your big toes to touch. Big toes come to touch. Spread the other toes nice and wide. Bend into your knees and reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Utkatasana, chair pose. So you're sitting deep in your chair. Probably a little bit deeper than you want to, right? Good. Anchoring your body down nice and low. Big toes are connected. From there, can you bring your hands together at your heart and pause? Push palm into palm, lengthen through the crown of your head as you breathe in. And with an exhale, rotate towards the right. That means your left elbow hovers or relaxes on your right thigh. And as you get here, you'll push your right hand into your left hand and start to rotate through the spine. Opening into that big twist, you could even take your arms and spread them wide here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back through center. Give your legs a break. Reach all the way up. And then lower right back down into your chair pose. Squeeze your knees together, lengthen through the crown of your head. Let's twist to the other side this time. Your right elbow rests on your left thigh. Press your palms together, roll your left ribs up, and reach forward through the crown of your head. Keep squeezing your kneecaps in towards one another. I hope you're feeling lots and lots of work here. If not, sink your hips lower. Good. Pull back through center, shoot all the way up, and reach your arms high. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Nice job. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step into plank pose and pause here in plank pose. Pause here in plank pose. If this is too much on your wrists, you'll come down onto your elbows instead. Okay, so choose where you can hold. From here, can you take your right leg, lift your right leg up to hip height, and then tap it out towards the right, bring it back in, and place it where it started. That's it. Take your left leg, tap it to the left, bring it back in. Do that a few more times on either side. Let's keep going from side to side, using the core strength to keep your body steady as you do this. For 3, breathing for 2, finding that heat for 1, you got it, drop your knees, bend into your elbows and lower all the way to your tummy. Peel your shoulders back, lift your heart, lift your chest, baby cobra. And then release all the way back down, wiggle out your bum. Press your palms into the earth, push up and back, downward facing dog. This time in your downward dog, kick your right leg towards the ceiling, bend your right knee and open that hip. So your whole pelvis is turning towards the right. Your right heel is coming towards your right buttocks. Good. Now turn your pelvis, your right leg back through center. Come forward and tap your right elbow with your right knee. Tap your right elbow. Kick that right leg right back up to the sky. Let's find a twist here. Tap your left elbow with your right knee. And kick your right leg right up to the sky. Finally, come all the way forward. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower onto your left knee. Inhale, interlace your hands, and bring your arms all the way up overhead. Take your palms back down to the floor. Flex your back foot, lift your back knee, downward facing dog. Inhale your weight forward to a high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows. Let's lower all the way down to the ground. Peel your shoulders back, baby cobra again. Release, flex your feet, push up and back, downward facing dog. Same on the other side. Kick your left leg to the sky, open that hip, big bend in your left knee. Peer under your left armpit, breathe. And now level the hip back out. Come forward, just tap your left elbow with your left knee, belly's pulling in. Kick your left leg high. Come forward again, tap your right elbow with your left knee. You've got it. Come back through your 3-legged dog. And then step your left foot all the way between your hands, lower your right knee. Inhale, lift your arms up. Fingers are interlaced, Charlie's Angel style here. Lower your hands to the floor, flex your back foot, push up and back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose, and then flutter your lips and make a sound. Yes, you're making like a fart noise with your lips. Take one more breath in and do it again. Bend into your knees, look forward, hop or step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, let it go. Bend into your knees, reach up to our pose, Utkatasana, and then push through your feet. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and just feel that life force, that energy, work, prana or chi movement in your body. Good. Let's add on a little more here. So bring your big toes to touch. Bend into your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Good. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to plant your hands. Step back into your plank pose. Lower just halfway this time and inhale into an upward dog. So that means your hands and your feet are the only things on the floor. Knees and legs are hovering. Push back, downward facing dog. We're going to add on to what we did before. Kick your right leg high, bend into the knee, open the pelvis. Rotate the hip back through neutral, come towards high plank and tap the right elbow with your right knee. Kick back into your 3-legged dog again. This is where we add on. Come through high plank, tap the left elbow with your right knee, and now straighten your right leg. So your right leg is coming directly underneath your left arm. This is called fallen triangle. Push the weight onto your right hand, roll onto the inside of your left foot, and lift your left arm high to the sky. I hope you're with me here. Stretch your left arm up alongside your left ear. Take a big breath in, lift your pelvis higher. Beautiful. Exhale, take your left hand down, kick your right leg all the way up to the sky, all the way up, and then step your right foot between your hands. Scissor your inner thighs together, interlace your fingers, and reach your arms up. You've got it. So here's a little more twisting work. Can you release your hands and rotate towards the right? Towards the right. Take your right hand down your back thigh and stretch your left arm up alongside your left ear. Inhale there. On the exhale, bend into your left elbow and place your left elbow on your right thigh. Bring your right hand onto your left hand, and there you are, just like you did in chair pose, in this deep, deep squatted twist. You can always drop your left knee to the floor. If it's lifted, kick it back. So kick your left heel back so that left leg is straight. My friends who feel super steady might even open their arms up wide, continually rolling your right ribs open. Take your hands back down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in here. And a big horse lips. That's what that's called, horse lips, as you exhale. Inhale forward to high plank. Just go halfway. Use the strength of your triceps. And then inhale, really open your heart and throat chakra as you come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Glue your right foot to the floor, send your left leg high, bend your left knee and open towards the left. Good, you've done this before, you know where we're heading. Bend into your left knee and tap your left elbow. Kick your left leg back, three-legged dog. Come forward again, tap your right elbow, straighten your left leg. Roll onto the inside of your right foot. You're on the outside of your left foot and reach your right arm high. Breathe in through that left armpit, lift your hips higher and stretch your right arm alongside your right ear. Big breath in. Incredible work. Exhale, tap your right hand down, take that left leg all the way up to the sky. Then step your left foot between your hands, scissor your inner thighs together, push into your feet to reach both arms up. You're in your warrior lunge. And then you're not, because we'll open up towards the left. Arms are nice and wide. Sink low into that left knee, kick back through your right heel. Drop your left hand down your back thigh, reach your right arm up alongside your right ear. The hardest part of this sequence is to take that right elbow onto your left thigh, left hand onto your right hand. So much breath and focus as you rotate your left ribs up. Yes. Maybe you open both arms. That back leg can drop for 3, 2, on 1. Nice work. Plant your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Shuffle through one last vinyasa before well-deserved child's pose, lower halfway, and then pull it up and through. Push back. And drop your knees down, nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Stretch your arms forward. Please pause here in child's pose. Pause here and just feel everything that's happening in your body. Start to slow down the rhythm of your breath. You're just over halfway through your practice. Can you walk both hands all the way over towards the right, all the way off your yoga mat? Push the floor away, let your head dangle, maybe even kiss the floor. Breathe here. sweep your body back through neutral and take that stretch over to the left, reaching your arms until you find a big lateral stretch, big, deep work through the side body. Perfect. Walk your hands back through center. Come up on to your knees, and if your knees are even a little bit sensitive, roll up your yoga mat and use it as a little padding for your knees. You could use your blanket too if you have a blanket. We'll do some work into Ustrasana, camel pose. So come to stand on your knees, feet are flexed to begin. And the first piece I want you to think about is your pubic bone. So right at the top of your pubis, can you start to draw up, pull up? You might remember Kegel exercises during pregnancy, where you were pretending to pick up a blueberry, right? Try that action, and this will draw your tailbone down and create a little tone in the fronts of your quads and your belly. From there, could you take your right arm and reach it up to the sky? Start to reach it back behind you, but look at it as it goes and just notice if it's close or far away from that right foot. Try that one more time. This is really slow. Reach your right arm all the way up. It circles back behind you, and maybe it just raises that right foot. Reset in neutral, nice and slow. The left arm stretches up. Peer back behind you. Your arms might be different lengths, so one might go closer to that back heel than the other. Good. One more time on the left. Okay, and then take your right hand and your left hand down onto your lower back, and the fingers will just drape over your bum. So it's like you're putting your hands into your back pockets. Pull your shoulder blades back, lift your heart and chest up, and now squeeze your bum cheeks together. So get all those wrinkles in your bum cheeks. Go ahead, lift your heart and chest. The visual here is that you have a little string right in the center of your chest, and someone is pulling it up. How about a puppeteer? Go ahead. Now find that double chin. So your chest is lifting up, your bum is engaged, quads engaged, and you have a double chin. Push your pubic bone forward, take another breath in. Good, come back through center with your spine, lower your hands, drop onto the tops of your feet and sit down onto your heels. Hands come onto your thighs, close your eyes, pause here, 5 breaths. Okay, when you're ready, come back up again for the second round. Flex your feet so you're on the balls of your feet. Pull that pubic bone up. Imagine you're slipping those little blueberries up and into your body. Core is engaged, shoulders down. Strong thighs, strong bum. Really important to support your lower back. Now nice and slow, take your right arm all the way back, but this time you might make a little landing. So place your right hand onto your right heel, push your pubic bone forward, it could slip down. And if it's in your practice, lift up your left arm and do the left arm at the same time. You can also do these at separate times. Whether you have your hands on your heels or on your lumbar spine, like we started, we're working into a really huge heart opener here. And the imagined vision is that you're smiling across your collarbone. Think about that, smiling across your collarbone. Put that on your collarbone. Give yourself a double chin. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze your bum cheeks together. Good. Exhale. And then walk your hands to your lower back if they're on your heels. Neutralize your spine. Drop the tops of your feet to the floor and sit down onto your heels. Ustrasana, camel pose. Palms come to your thighs. Close your eyes. 5 deep breaths. If your mat is rolled up, you can unroll your mat now. Take water now if you'd like. And come to sit on your bum. Stretch your right leg forward. Take the sole of your left foot into your inner right thigh. And now reach your right fingers to your right shin, big toe, or the outside edge of your foot. Take your left arm and stretch your left arm all the way up overhead. Now it could go to the back of your head. This feels pretty nice. You can put the left hand on the back of your skull and push your head into your hand. The work here reaches right into the tissues all around. This is called your serratus anterior, around that big muscle on the left side of your body. If you're a bit more flexible, you might reach that left hand right down to the outside edge of that right foot. And now you're in this twisted version of Janu Shirshasana. Peering underneath your left arm. Draw your right toes in towards your face. Take one more deep breath in. Nice job. Exhale. Rotate your torso. So your torso is directly over your right thigh. Keep the right feet flexed. And lower down over your torso. So the stretch moves away from the side of your body into your spine. Let your head collapse completely here. 5 breaths. Press your hands into the floor to lift up your torso. Good. Take your left leg and stretch it out right beside your right leg. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Suck your belly button in. Catch the outside edges of your feet. Maybe your shins. Toes are poking and pointing towards your torso. Inhale to lengthen. Keep your spine long today. As you exhale, hinge forward. Spine stays long, so the work is in your hamstrings. 5 breaths. Release that shape, bend into your right knee, and plug the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Take your left hand to the shin, the ankle, maybe the big toe. Start to roll yourself open towards the right. Take that right hand, either place your right hand behind your skull and really create resistance with your own body. So the skull pushes into the hand pushes into the skull. Or track that right arm all the way towards those toes. It might just reach overhead. It might catch the outside edge of your foot. Don't worry so much about how it looks, but try to find that feeling. You have this huge band of thoracolumbar fascia in your back. And you'll know if you're stretching it because it will feel so good. Such a big, big area of our body that gets really, really tense. Take a few breaths here. Eventually rotate your face, your torso directly facing your left leg, and then fold over that left leg. Take a rest. Left toes are still flexed. Good. Pick yourself up. Walk your hands back. Take your hands behind your bum, fingers facing your body, and place both feet flat on the floor. Move your shoulders a little bit. Your toes can move. Press into your feet. Lift your pelvis up. This is reverse table. You can give yourself your double chins here. If your head and neck are okay with it, you might let your head and neck collapse all the way back. Good. Tuck your chin into your chest. Lower your bum down onto the floor. And take the soles of your feet together. Hands wrap around your ankle joints. Lengthen through your spine on your breath in. Hinge forward as you exhale. Keep lengthening through your spine. Reach through the crown of your head. Fold forward deeper still. So you're working your inner groin here. Spine is staying long. Beautiful. Pull yourself back up through center. I'll take you through a shape that I don't typically teach. If your head and neck feel any pain at any point in this shape, please take pause. Otherwise, watch me first. This is called shoulder stand. Shoulder stand targets your upper back, your shoulders, and your neck. It can also trigger pain in these parts of your bodies if you stay too long, if you move your head while you're doing it. So let me show you where we're headed first. In a moment, you'll come to lie down on your back. And then lift up your legs. Take your hands under your body. So they're catching your hips, your lower back, and reach your legs up high. Right away, you're in an inversion. You'll feel a big shift in blood pressure here, okay? So you can stay here in shoulder stand like this. We'll spend 1 minute here if you decide to join me. And then you'll have the option to take your feet into plow pose. So they reach back behind your head and maybe you interlace your fingers. I have to demo this first because you can't really look around when you're in this shape, nor should you. You might bend your knees. You might take your legs up into a cool little, this feels like that movie Aladdin, the genie position. Right? And then you'll use your hands to come back down and I'll show you the counter pose at the end. If that doesn't feel like something you want to do, then you just slide your body up to a wall or a window or a couch and just put your legs up the wall. That's it. Hands relax, legs shoot up the wall. You're really focusing on releasing your lower back in this series, but we never want to create pain. So my friends coming into shoulder stand, lie flat on your yoga mat, knees are bent, feet are flat. Take your legs, reach them up. You use a little boost and then place your hands underneath your back. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Look directly towards your belly, towards your pelvis. Lift your legs up. 1 minute here. You can play with some mobility in your ankles and your feet if that feels nice. Some practitioners like to use this as a chance to stretch and extend the legs and feet. But if it's your first time here in a while, I'd recommend you just stay still and let the body do the work for you. Keep breathing. And you're going to decide if you'd like to just stay upright or begin to walk your toes beyond your head. So reaching your toes back behind you. You might then interlace your hands, wrap your shoulders under your body. Chin is tucked and gazes to your belly. In plow pose, your legs can stay extended, but you might also bend them, knee to ear pose. Really contorting your body. Good. To come out of the pose, take your time. Catch your lower back with your hands. Bend into your knees. You can do any fancy footwork on the way up. And return to shoulder stand, so legs extended. And then start to lower the weight of your hips down into your hands. Hold them like a newborn baby. You're being cautious and careful and mindful. Release your hips to the floor. Release your feet to the floor. Your counter pose right away is to straighten your body out on your yoga mat. Good. Place your palms and your forearms down. Lift your chest and take the top of your head, the crown of your head onto the floor. Elbows and palms are on the floor. Biceps are lifted. The top of your head is rooted on the floor and your throat is wide open here. This is called fish pose. Take one more breath in. Brilliant. Exhale. Flatten your body. Take a moment. And then go ahead and hug your left knee in towards your chest. Just your left knee. Take a big breath in here in wind relieving pose. And a big breath out. Now place your right hand to the outside of that left leg and guide it across your body. Open your left arm wide, peer over your left fingers. You might take the peace fingers of your right hand and wrap them around your left big toe, extending that leg and going into an even deeper stretch for your hamstrings, your IT band. 5 breaths. Release the foot, come back through center, but take that left ankle across your right thigh and interlace your hands behind or in front of your right leg. You might rock your head from side to side. You could rock your hips from side to side. Take a few of those big, big breaths here, slowing down your heart rate after your inversion. Nice job. Just release your left leg, extend your left leg on the floor, and automatically your right knee is pulling in for wind relieving pose on the other side. Slide your right leg across your body, open your left arm wide. You're finding the twist on this side. Your gaze might turn to the right. You could pick up the right big toe with your left peace and love fingers and take an even deeper twist. Come back through center, your right ankle settles on your left thigh. Find thread the needle pose here now. Excellent work. Unwrap your legs, unwrap your arms, release your body flat, and just melt away into your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Stay here, close your eyes. Good. And for the next 3 minutes, resist the temptation to do anything else. Trust me when I say that this pose is the most important one of your entire practice. This is where everything you just did, every breath, every intention, every muscle movement is absorbed, is downloaded into your body, mind, and spirit. This is where the magic happens. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Staying completely still, take a moment here to set an intention for yourself for the next few months. We're in a change of season as we enter into summer, a different energy altogether. Take a moment to decide how you want to be, what you want to let go of or achieve. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Good. Start to move your fingers, move your toes, your lips, your nose. Then your whole head can rock from side to side. Catch a breath in and take your arms up overhead with it, lengthening, yawning even. Exhale, bend into your knees, roll over onto either side, and push yourself up to sit. Connect your hands at your heart. Today we'll close by singing the sound Om 3 times. First, take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale to Om. Thank you for showing up to practice. Keep practicing. Namaste.